guys, so today in the PhantomCave YouTube channel, we're going to be talking about the old Collector's Replica series, episode 5. So today we are looking at Collector's Replica series number 9 and number 10. So in these books, we have the issues counting down from the original issues from the year 1960. We have issue numbers like 175, 174, 173, and in number 10 it is also counting down the original issues from the year 1960. We have in the issue numbers number 172, 171, and 170. Get into it, and hopefully you enjoy this video. I know I've probably been making a few mistakes in the last few weeks, and I'm trying to recommend that I don't make mistakes, obviously, and obviously we'll get on with the video. And so the first actual couple of issues are titled as the Governor, and the first story is the Governor and Susie. Governor and Susie part 2, I'm guessing, and that goes into part 1 as well of Governor and Susie. And then in number 173 we have the Reporter. So I don't actually think I've read the Reporter, so I might have to go back to this. So we have number 175, which what I just told you was the Governor and the Susie. And this is an old story back from, I think, the 1970s or something like that. So I'm pretty sure I've read this story probably a couple times actually, and sometimes it seems to be a good story. Sometimes when you're reading the story, you usually can tell if it's a good story because you haven't even read it yet, and so you don't know what it is expecting of the story to be. So this being that it's done in 2 parts is again pretty cool, but I guess nowadays in the Phantom world and in the Phantom publishing world, we actually have we can basically have more than 2 parts. We say a matter of fact, so you've got the Ibis mystery, which was published like in the last probably 8 weeks of some sort. You have that comic being published for probably 8 weeks, and it has probably 4 parts in it, which I will be doing a sort of live stream on next Wednesday actually, and when this video comes out it's probably going to be already up anyway. So yeah, I'll put some description sort of stuff there to tell you if that will be happening. So I guess this video could come out on Monday, I guess, if I get it edited in time. But in the matter of fact, we've got number 174 to look at, which is also the first part of the Governor and the Susie action packed part series. There's a lot of times where I like to call them action packed part series, and most of the part series is that you actually go through the Phantom, they sometimes can be like action packed, but again sometimes they're not, and again sometimes they could just be leading up to something new or something action packed. You never know in the Phantom world where story is going to lead you. We're coming up to another story. I'm actually going to talk about that. So we've got number 173, and that's the Reporter. So a lot of people, when I do these sort of reviews, sort of episode reviews, a lot of people, they come into the comment section, and I'm actually going to explain why I actually do this. So I do like episodes, obviously for content and to try and reach enough audience as it is. But yeah, it's a lot of people in the comment section are basically giving me some pointers. They're good pointers, actually. There's no criticism going on there. So let's get back into the story. And what I actually wanted to talk about, what I wasn't just yambling on about, was this sort of intros to the Phantom. So back in, I think, the 1960s, and always before 1960s, and probably a lot of more issues after that, we saw, especially when it's up near the 800 issue mark and the 900 issue mark, we saw this sort of clipping of an intro. So to people that hadn't read the Phantom, people who hadn't immersed themselves in the Phantom before, they actually got a little bit of the backstory behind what the Phantom is, what the Phantom was, and what the Phantom is in the future. Unless it doesn't actually state what is the Phantom in the future, I'm just giving that from a retrospective view and my view as a Phantom fan. And a lot of the comics that this actual intro part is in, is basically all the old sort of comics from the 1940s or something, or 1930s or something like that. They put it in there obviously for beginner people to realize the backstory of it and a lot more. So let's get on with the last story and we'll finish this book up. And again, I don't think I recognize the reporter story. No, I don't recognize this one. I don't think so. It looks like a good story. Oh, I remember these. This is going back probably a couple years. I'm just going to explain this. So these are Phantom jigsaw puzzles, and a lot of these Phantom jigsaw puzzles are actually still available on their website and from the Fanfare website. But there's these jigsaw puzzles, I don't even have them in my collection. I'm not going to buy them because I would possibly get a headache from it, and we'll end it there. If you wanted to buy one, they're on their website. For the 1000th issue is by Glenn Ford, and that's the wedding special by obviously Seymour Barry. If you wanted to buy it, you can go on phantomcomic.com.au and buy it from there. So we have number 10. Obviously, I've already said it's counting down the issues from 1960, and it is the issue numbers 172, 71, and 70, as I said. We have the stories, the Alexander Diamond Cup. That story has been published loads and loads of time. We have the Super Apes and the Matchmaker. This story here, this actual comic, I'm actually going to talk about it. That was basically, it was the last ever regular series on the Phantom's world, which actually the special actually ceased publication back in mid this year or something like that. So it was a good book. Number 172, we have the Alexander's Diamond Cup, and in this story, I have actually read this multiple of times. I'm actually gonna tell you. So these numbers are number 1769 and number 1779. So back 19 or 29 issues back, probably since I had started reading the Phantom, that basically number 1761, issue number 1761 is basically when I got into the Phantom, and that was published back in, I think, 2016, if I'm late August to early September 2016, and that's when I started my Phantom collection and collecting as a whole. Yeah, in this comic, we see a lot of you see a lot of these rich sort of people, and they obviously want to try and get hold of these, this Alexander Diamond Cup, which the cup is basically, it is a well-known historical artifact, and what they want to do is cut the diamonds out of it, and it would be worth a fortune. But the Phantom then has to try and get the cup back to its safety, because the cup has been in his generation for and his line as the Phantom for a fair while. And we have all of these old sort of comic sort of ads, and it's going to be good. And actually next Thursday I will be probably getting a very early comic, a very early, probably 60-year-old comic that I'll be getting very soon. So you guys stick tuned to that video, which will probably come either this next week or the week after. So we have number 171 is the Super Apes. Super Apes, obviously, what can you not see why it's called Super Apes? So the Super Apes are a gang full of criminals. They orchestrate a plan to basically skim money off the tribes, and the Phantom has to get into it and basically end him. And then I think we might have a new story popping up soon, maybe. Yeah, we have the Matchmaker, and this one I'm pretty sure is this comic right here. And I don't know if I've read it or not, but I'm pretty sure I would have at some point. You have the Add, Collect and Protect, Fuse Defense Force, basically their bags and boards, and we will go into the last bit of this video actually. And if you wanted to subscribe down below, click that subscribe button down below, and you'll get to see all the latest content that comes in weekly from me. And basically keep on Phantom Caving, and we'll see you next time on the Phantom Cave YouTube channel.